Hello, thank you for joining us on CoreTV News at 4. I am Frank Homalape, and here are some of the reports we're filing at this time. With the downturn of the economic trend in the country, Nigerians are no doubt suggesting possible ways out, especially now that there is a new government in place. One of the focal arguments of Nigerians is the review of the cost of governance and the bogus alliances of the 8th Assembly as a case study. In this report, our correspondent Rashid sampled opinions of the newly elected National Assembly members. While some are agreed to review across board, some are of the opinion that the pay is nothing to worry about. His report.
Economically, Nigeria is having a fair share of the drop in price of crude oil in the global market. While many states are struggling with the payment of workers, the federal government is also lamenting the empty treasury inherited from the immediate past government. No thanks to the news of the 9 billion naira emolument for members of the National Assembly, hence sparking reactions from Nigerians calling for a reduction in the cost of governance, leaving room for a fight back by members of the Assembly. Yelio Mogunwa, the only PDP senator from Ondo State, in his words, says there is nothing much in the said allowance considering the financial responsibilities of senators.
You are interviewing me now. If I leave you here without giving you anything, you won't be happy. You are expecting me to give you something. It's out of this money. People during Christmas, you now find out that, okay, what senators are taking has caused the downturn of the economy of this state. Let's have bacon. But if it is not that, let us go holistic. Let us across board. What sacrifice are we making?
In the words of Abiodun Olujimi, the senator representing Ekiti South Senatorial District, pay cut or reduction in cost of governance won't do the magic, but total cleansing of the system.
People don't take money in cash. No, they take it through the system. If we can look into the system and block the drain pipes, we'll be able to curb corruption 70%. And that's what we require. Not cutting the salaries of hapless Nigerians.
But to these other lawmakers, anything that will lessen the sufferings of Nigerians will be supported, even if it is pay cut.
What is going to alleviate the problem and suffering of our people and that make things easy for this country in terms of infrastructure, in terms of feeding and whatever that necessary for our people is to cut the cost of governance. Me, Duro Fashion is supporting that. The revenue accrued to the government at the national level to the state is reducing daily. So if that is the way out, at least to make sure that we make our own impact in our own time, let it be so.
With the Buhari government making change its forward, Nigerians are hopeful that the change promised will be felt in all spheres, including pay cut of public servants. Rashid, CoreTV News.
And now a member of the House of Representatives, Abubakar Amuda Kanike of APC Lorin East in the Lorin South Kwara State has expressed optimism that the party will move beyond its present challenge. Garba will express the opinion during an interview with newsmen in Abuja, added that the APC has sailed beyond more precarious situations. Garba added that the problems in the Senate and House of Representatives will be surmounted and the party will remain strong and united. On complaints that fighting was not part of the promised change, he said change does not come in any particular prototype. He said the recent fiscals resulted from the party's recommendation that some candidates should occupy principal positions, and the accuses and caucuses in the House having a different view. According to him, the caucuses made up of members of the House should have decided who to occupy the positions. After years of stiff oppositions to deregulation, the Nigerian Labour Congress has finally agreed that the government could remove fuel subsidy. NLC President Ayuba Waba said in an interview with CoreTV News that the removing of the secrecy surrounding the subsidy regime and sanitizing the oil sector will benefit the system. He explained that subsidizing services is not entirely bad, but maintained that checks and balances must be employed to ensure that a selected few do not remain dominant for selfish gains.
The entire process of the subsidy regime have actually been shredded in secrecy and in a fraud process. But that, we shouldn't use this as a yardstick to also punish the larger Nigerian society. First, the issue of oil and gas is of strategic importance to our development as a nation, because Most of our industries today, medium and small scale enterprise, most of us power our businesses, and therefore any alteration in the price will invariably affect the cost of running those businesses and also cost of making business. Two, it's also an issue of security, because 2 weeks ago, when the marketers decided to hold all of us to ransom, including government, the security of the nation was threatened. So it's also about an issue of our national security. We shouldn't allow this to be dominated by marketers who will be working for their interests and against the interests of the larger Nigerian society to continue to drive the process. So our approach to the issue is that things from 3 decades when we have been engaging this issue, things have not changed. For us, the issue is that there is inherent corruption in the system, which nobody can doubt it. And we are ready to partner with government to ensure that this process is tidied up, that it will be made transparent, and that we'll even know how much is the landing cost of a liter of crude oil.
The Ekiti State Election Petitions Tribunal has begun hearing in the petition filed by Gbenga Olofi of the APC against the election of Fatimat Rajirasaki of the PDP as senator in Ekiti Central Senatorial District. The petitioner had opened his case by calling 3 witnesses on Saturday to support its claim, but one of the witnesses summoned by the court did not give evidence as it was not properly brought before the tribunal. This move led to the respondent counsel accusing the counsel to Gbenga Olofi of smuggling witnesses to the tribunal. Here again is Rashid report.
At the resumed hearing in the petition filed by Gbenga Olofi against the election of Fatimat Rajirasaki in the March 28 National Assembly election, counsel to Gbenga Olofi of the APC starts the hearing with presentation of witnesses. Trouble, however, started when the 3rd witness was about to mount witness box, but was objected by the counsels, arguing that the witness ought to come to tender document and leave, and not to be sworn in since he was subpoenaed.
They said the title supposed to have another thing, and which normally, well, court, we've withdrawn that one so that we'll be able to bring another one before them.
A witness that ought to come to court and tender documents and go. You put him in the witness box, you deceive the court, you put him in the witness box, and he was sworn in, and they wanted to go ahead with the matter, if not to due to our prowess and dexterity. The court would have been misled.
While the counsel to the petitioner vows to represent the witness, the respondents say it has been struck out for good.
Whether we withdraw it or not doesn't affect our case. And again, what we withdraw, we inform the court we are coming back on it. There is no law that says that we can't come back.
What they are trying to do is to maybe get another witness statement, but the subpoena cannot come back. It's done. It's gone.
The woman in the eye of the storm, Fatimat Rajirasaki, says she is confident of emerging victorious at the tribunal.
I'm very confident because with the few witnesses they have taken today, I discovered they don't have any issue, they don't have any case. They don't even know what they are talking about. I just discovered they are witnesses who are just unpicked. They are not, they don't know anything about the matter.
The tribunal has, however, adjourned further hearing in the case till June 29. Rashid, CoreTV News, Ado Ekiti.
The Lagos State government on Saturday demolished the headquarters of the Subsidy Reinvestment and Empowerment Program Task Force office at a toll gate at the K2 end of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Chairman of the State Task Force on Environmental and Special Offences, Hakeem Adedeji, told newsmen that the demolition was carried out on the orders of the state government. Adedeji said he believed government Akinwumi Ambode must have issued the directive based on the abandonment of the building and its conversion to a hideout by miscreants. The chairman noted that the structure ought to have been demolished since June 22, but that due process had to be followed before carrying out the demolition. A tow truck belonging to the Federal Road Safety Commission in Edo State and 2 other vehicles were bumped into an auto crash that involved a tanker on the Benin-Ora Road. The FRC Sector Commander in Edo, Oluwaseun Familoni, who confirmed the accident in an interview with newsmen on Saturday in Benin, said the driver of the tanker was also burned to death. He said the inferno started when the tanker loaded with petrol lost control and rammed into the FRSC truck and 2 other vehicles that were being towed from an accident scene on Benin Road. He said that the towing truck, which cost about 100 million naira, was donated by the World Bank to the Commission in 2012. Governor Kashim Shettima of Borno State said on Saturday that the federal government has taken over the funding of the 22 internally displaced persons camps in the state. The governor said this while breaking Ramadan fast at the Yema Girls College IDP camps in Maiduguri. A statement issued by Isa Gusaud, the special advisor to Shettima on communication and strategy, stated that the governor commended President Muhammad Buhari for the decision. He also quoted the governor as saying that the funding began a few weeks after the assumption of office by Buhari. He quoted Shettima as saying that the state had already started feeling the impact of Buhari's administration. According to him, with the emergence of Buhari as president, the federal government, through the National Emergency Management Agency, has taken over so many responsibilities in the camp. The governor said the state government would begin the reconstruction of communities destroyed by the insurgents after the Ramadan fast. Away from there now, the Igbo State Police Command have uncovered another baby factory in the state. The act of housing young girls and impregnating them, selling off the babies, is again assuming an alarming dimension in the state. The State Police Command says it will work hard to ensure that the return of the parties is nipped in the bud in the state. Speaking on the parties, Imo State Police spokesman Andrew Enwerem says the command has arrested one Emmanuel Unwabodo, who he says is the proprietor of the baby factory. He says 4 of the newly pregnant girls were arrested in Abia State before running back to the state. Though Emmanuel Unwabodo claimed it is the business of his late wife and not his.
I feel they have been there before your wife died.
You mean this one?
All of them.
No, just ask them. I came home. I'm not permanently at home. You don't know what your wife does. I know that my wife is keeping some years. You understand? I cannot lie. For what? On business street. I cannot lie. I cannot lie. I mean, what's the name of that maternity? What's the name of that? She said that it was 13 days ago. 13 years. 13 days ago. That's what
if they know that they cannot take up a kid, there's no point allowing themselves to be pregnant. I think that is the crux of the whole thing. When a little girl got impregnated, wanted baby, now the end. We will not know what to do with it. Crash it on that. We now find that it is not the duty of the police to give penalty to it. Ours is to investigate, find them culpable, and then charge them to court.
And now the police in Rivers State on Saturday confirmed the release of Rosemond Osagolo, Vice Chancellor of Ignatius Ajuru University, Port Harcourt. Osagolo was abducted by gunmen on June 20 as she was leaving the campus of the Rivers government-owned institution. The police public relations officer of the state, Ahmed Mohammed, told the news agency of Nigeria in Port Harcourt that Osagolo was released on June 26. The police spokesman did not, however, disclose the exact location of her release or if any ransom was paid for her freedom. He did not also say if any arrest had been made. The abduction of the Vice-Chancellor threw the academic community into a state of shock. Our unions, associations, and groups in the academic community mounted pressure on the police to rescue her. You're watching the CoreTV News at 4. We'll take a break now. We'll be back with more stories. Join us again.
Black Maria is to carry criminals, trading looters that are are governing today, not our poor people.
Will bring to you divergent views.
You know my position about his level of competence or otherwise.
News making the headlines.
I didn't go to school so that people can intimidate me with their ideas, no.
Sometimes it gets confrontation.
If you become governor, you're going to bring back Okada. You will bring back the market women back on the streets.
They don't put words into my mouth.
On Core Digest.
Stop making innuendos.
Every weekday, we'll bring all of these together and take them to the court of public opinion.
Everybody has the right in Nigeria.
Where you are the judge.
You're watching CoreTV News at 4 Live from our Lagos studios. For more information on our needs and other programs, like our Facebook page is facebook.com/CoreTV News. You can also follow at CoreTV News NG. For live streaming, log on to youtube.com/CoreTV in the space. And our Kwara State Governor Abdul Fattah Ahmed has charged government functionaries and all the state government agencies that the era of impunity is over and a new dawn has come. He stressed this while handing over 42 buses acquired by the state government at the cost of 270.6 million naira to Harmony Transport to revitalize the operation of the rebranded government-owned transport company. Our correspondent Rashid has more in this report from Ilorin.
The governor, Abdul Fattah Ahmed, while speaking at the handing over ceremony, charged Harmony Holdings, who are now in charge of Kwara Express, which has been renamed Harmony Transport, to boost its internally generated revenue and ensure financial independence. He further says that Kwara State government will streamline the ministries in order to cut the cost of governance, adding that the era of impunity is over.
To the management and staff of Harmony Transport Service Limited, I ask you to see the acquisition of these buses as a passport to a new beginning. Be advised that the era of impunity and careless usage of government properties is over. These new buses and the old ones in the fleet should be deployed efficiently and professionally to ensure their optimal use.
The chairman of Harmony Holdings assures Kwarans to work hard in taking the company to the next level that will see it delving into the rail and shipping sector in years to come.
I am using this opportunity to assure you that we will ensure that the new operational buses being commissioned here today are efficiently and effectively deployed to ensure maximum benefit for Kwarans. Our aim is to be the state transport company with the biggest fleet and the most efficient fleet in Nigeria.
While also commending the state governor, the group managing director of the company, Tokbeda Ramola, assured the state government of prudent management and retraining of the best managers to ensure the realization of the dream of the state government.
We challenge the process, which is the first of its kind in any government-owned company in Nigeria, which allow all present customers and potential customers to even buy their ticket online if they so wish. People can conveniently at the doorstep of their house place ticket, and then that will be done.
But the speech is over. Most Kwarans will expect that this newly rebranded company does much better than its predecessor. Rashid, CoreTV News, Ilorin.
With the recently stated commitment of Lagos State Governor Akinwumi Ambode to put an end to the years of suffering by Lagos commuters in traffic gridlock, it appears that not all groups in the society are pleased with the decision. Our correspondent Omotalo, who recently undertook a tour of some of the traffic-prone areas in Lagos, has details in this report.
The issue of traffic gridlock in Lagos to some people have assumed legendary proportion, with most people spending hours in avoidable traffic leading to loss of manpower hours. Many have even gone as far as leaving the central business district to ensure they stay away from the traffic. But for these traffic entrepreneurs, it's a win-win situation.
Some people are suffering for it. But I'll just say sorry for that because I used to make my own money.
How much do you make in a day?
Or sometimes I make 5,000 naira, 3,000 naira, depends how traffic is.
I will go Kingsway, I say. After we don't finish for that place, I come here again.
I see. They added that business for them booms when there is a huge traffic gridlock, irrespective of the risk inherent in the practice of selling in traffic. They say man must keep body and soul together.
I don't have money to rent shop, and here they pay me. And they make small profits. No matter how, where, if I go, only I don't come out, I don't go see like 3,000-4,000 a day. Understand? I get family, I take the feed them. Yeah, that's one thing they like hold up. Hold on a sharp business.
I myself, I didn't pray to be in this hold up. Even though by the God grace, when I see a little money that I'm expecting, I can leave the hold up.
I just finished my secondary school. I don't have any money to sponsor myself to the institution. That's why I joined to sell this.
While the state government is putting into place measures to reduce the traffic gridlocks in Lagos and reduce losses of productivity, the traffic entrepreneurs say the state should take them into consideration and provide stores for them to continue their business. Omotayualo, CoreTV News, Lagos.
Residents of Alagbole Akute in Ifo local government area of Ogun State are grappling with the challenges posed by bad road network over the years. The situation was most residents reach its peak during the rainy season. And with the rains now that are here, residents of the area are again exposed to the challenge of navigating the area due to the flood and erosions affecting the road network. Our correspondent, Precious Kistin, who visited the area, has joined this report from our studios. Movement for those who have access to good road is just hassle-free. But for the residents of Alagbole Akute for local government area of Ogun State, it's not something to be taken lightly with the awful condition of the road network within the area, which is home to thousands. For an average vehicle owner, navigating the roads here is a difficult task. Different strokes, they say, for different folks, which motorcycles and tricycles have become an alternative means of transportation, with many of them smiling to the bank daily. Some private vehicle owners who are not happy with the bad state of the roads bear their minds on what they go through daily.
Let government just support us to finish this job. We need an assistant. And because this road is worst thing. When the rain continues like this place will not, there's no way to pass. And a lot of motor and a bike spoiling along this road.
We are appealing to the governor to please. This is a good project, but we are appealing to them to finish it on time. The suffering here is much for us. I feel like packing out of Akute and move into Lagos.
These residents say the health implication has become a source of major worry, with refuse dumps now the common sight almost on the major roads.
Government should come to our own aid here and just see what they can do so that the people in this vicinity will not be able to contact any disease from what is going on with this.
The bad road network has 8 implications on economic activities in the area, leading to a mass immigration.
Yes, so everybody has run away now. No one is there again. Everybody has gone to Ajal, Ikeja, Ogba, Bega, Ojodu, so Oshodi. In fact, many has gone back to Ibadan. But we are managing here because we don't have anywhere to go. So we need to relax here and be waiting on to God for God to do something. We are begging the government to assist us. It's not too late. Though we know this is rainy season, but at the same time, maybe during the dry season, they should help us to put things in order.
The problem we have now, look, you can see the vehicle, all the vehicle going now, is this bridge. The governor has tried to do the bridge to this level. Now that it's in, let it come and complete the bridge, or even do the wrong way for us so that we can see road passing. All the vehicles here are damaging. You can see this vehicle damaged, other one damaged there. Just help us to come and do the road. There's no other anything else. For this main time now, let me just call the Chinese people to come and straighten the road so that people can pass around and the vehicle can move around.
With the situation showing no signs of an improvement anytime soon due to the ongoing financial crisis that has crippled activities in many states, the demand of the residents of the area is that the state government must find a quick fix solution to the bad state of the road. The Plateau chapter of the Nigerian Medical Association, in collaboration with the Nigerian Union of Journalists, the Nigerian Drug Law Enforcement Agency, and others, have put together a seminar aimed at sensitizing people on the dangers of drug abuse. Our correspondent in Plateau, who attended the seminar, reports that medical expert warn youth against drug abuse. Details.
International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking is observed annually each year, with the day serving as a reminder of the ongoing war around the world on illicit drug use and trafficking. For this medical expert, however, Nigeria may be at risk of losing the battle if the government does not sustain the fight.
There is danger of drug, and it's all around us. Now there are legal drugs and there are illegal drugs. And illegal drugs will include things like alcohol and even prescription drugs. As long as any drug is used beyond what is what the doctor has prescribed you for, or in excess of it, or without the intention for which the doctor prescribed it, that constitutes drug abuse.
According to the chairman of the Nigerian Medical Association, Plateau State, the ongoing and seeming unending communal crisis in Plateau State may be a direct result of the high level of abuses of illicit substances. He added that some of those involved in abuse of illicit substance may not really understand the dangers inherent in the practice.
They are prone to crimes, and criminal tendencies and all of that. So that is why the thing is apt. Because once we develop our communities without drugs, it creates a healthier society, a more sane society where mental health, it's promoted and all of that. Because whatever decisions, even criminals, armed robbers, everything comes from the brain, the state of one, Somebody will feel high, okay, I can carry my gun and kill anybody. That's the effect of the drug, not really the person. Naturally, those people involved in crime, some of them take drugs. Some of these hard drugs make them high. So they forget about any human feeling to go and commit such crimes. But if you take those drugs out, we develop without those drugs, honestly, to go a long way to create a more saner, more peaceful, crisis-free society. That's what I think the import of the day and the theme.
The quest to have a drug-free youth and nation is, according to Bello Wumini, the principal staff officer of the Drug Demand Unit of the NDLEA, is a shared responsibility of all. According to him, the Plateau State Command of the NDLEA is confident that the youth can be all they want to be without engaging in drug abuse, because it leads to many ills, which including aborted dreams, diseases such as HIV/AIDS and hepatitis, and untimely death.
Well, my message to the youth, they have to do away with drug abuse. They have to live their life devoid of drugs. You can be what you want to be at any time without drugs. Drugs out of it. Drugs shatter dreams, drugs kill ambition, and drugs kills.
The NDLEA also added that it will continue to work with all relevant stakeholders to realize the dream of a drug-free society.
And following the presidential directive for the dismantling of military checkpoints all over Nigeria and for the police to take over such checkpoints through patrol, Plateau State residents had jubilated. But a few days after, soldiers are still all over the state. But Police Commissioner Nasiru Oki says the police is capable of providing adequate security for the people of the state. The details.
When a few days ago, President Muhammad Buhari gave the order for the dismantling of all military checkpoints nationwide, residents of just the Plateau State capital trooped out to the street to celebrate the move. But a few days later, the soldiers are still in place, with residents now apprehensive on the next line of action. While people jubilated over the exit of the soldiers, they still harbor fears on the capability of the police to provide security to the people of the state. But according to the State Commissioner of Police, Nasir Oki, the police is ready to face the challenges with better equipment having been provided by the Police High Command.
The police is giving me vehicles. So far he has given 10. He's sending more so that we'll be able to cover the entire Plateau State with the policemen. We are fully prepared and we are on ground. And we have equally mapped out our strategies on how actually to ensure adequate security for Plateau State people. Thank you. I want to show you this man.
On the recent spike in killings in the state, Oki says he is requested for more men and officers to help the command adequately tackle the new challenges presented by the President's directive. He, however, ordered that the command is exploring the use of dialogue, but added a stern warning that troublemakers will be dealt with.
Issue you mentioned, we are very much aware and we're on top of the situation. And you agree with me that this does not start today. It has been age-long problems which we met on ground and we are trying to cope with it. Right now, I've requested for more men from Abuja to assist us. More mobile men will be so that we can be able to deal with this situation once and for all. So we are not averse to the crime happening in that place. We are well aware. If right now my men are in Barikin Ladi, I've sent 2 teams to Barikin Ladi yesterday. Another team is now going to Lyon also. So we are there. They are very much.
He says the command has also responded by beefing up security in troubled areas like Riyam and Bakin Ladi.
The National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA Southwest Zone, has disclosed that various disasters in the zone have claimed the lives of about 23 persons, including 7 children with 6-month-old baby consumed in a fire disaster. The zonal office, who was reviewing its activities from March to June, made the revelation. It says it recorded 2 suicide attempts. 1 person who climbed a television mast was rescued, while 1 had died before help could reach him. 10 persons suffered various degrees of injuries in the course of the period under review. According to NEMA, it says the zonal office has recorded about 200 fire disasters incidences and several others that were handled by the efficient firemen of Lagos State Fire Service. The agency therefore advised Nigerians on safety precautions to avoid further occurrence. Meat is regarded as one of the nutritious and proteinous benefits of healthy living, while some others disagree. But what exactly is the positions? A correspondent to Large Market takes a look at if going to free meat for 1 day a week should sound doable, then there's never been a better time to get involved.
Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations. The livestock sector is one of the top 3 or 2 most significant contributors to the most serious environmental problems at every scale from local to global. As well as being responsible for a huge chunk of global greenhouse gas emissions, meat production requires increasingly unsustainable levels of precious resources, land, water and energy, and is a major contributor towards global environmental degradation. Nearly a third of all the land on Earth is usually used for livestock and feed production. So, with the world's population expected to reach 9 billion by 2050, raising enough animals to keep up with our current meat-heavy diets spells disaster for the planet. In fact, if everyone in the world ate so much meat as those in Western countries, we would need 4 to 5 more planets to sustain ourselves. Over the last 50 years, there has been a dramatic rise in the amount of meat that people are eating. There are also many people who automatically include meat in a meal without considering other options. Reducing our meat consumption is health as well as environmental benefits. Research performed by Oxford University found that 45,000 lives a year would be saved by people reducing their meat intake. 31,000 from heart diseases, 9,000 from cancer, and 5,000 from stroke.
Of protein, and in this part of the world where we are, I think the major source of protein for the common man, as you rightly put it, is meat. Although there are so many other beautiful sources of protein, but meat is the common one and mainly understood as a source of protein. There's nothing wrong in taking meat, but like you rightly said, when at a particular age, it will be encouraged that, especially when you are getting to about 40, 50 years and above, it will be encouraged that you take less of meat consumption because of your heart. You see, because today we have a lot of problems all over the globe. People just collapse because of heart attack, cardiovascular problems. Now we see that as we age, the tendency is that our immune system seems to be slow.
And of course, eating less meat is also a compassionate choice. Over 60 billion animals are farmed and killed each year. The vast majority raised in crowded feedlots or intensive factory farms.
Of meat, yeah, 5 or 4, it's okay for me. Yeah, it's because just I like meat. That's the thing.
So you can't do without meat?
Yeah, I can't do without meat.
I don't believe in taking meat. I believe in taking fish because I grew up with fish. I grew up in a fish environment, so I grew up with it. Then I eat it. I don't like at all. I don't like meat at all.
It's every day is a problem. It causes a lot of worms, and it disturbs the head. So why fish is very good.
I shouldn't take more than one.
One. So you prefer fish or what?
I even prefer fish.
Skipping meat for one day a week is a small change which can make a big difference. It's positive, fun, healthy, and an easy way to make a meaningful contribution to a more sustainable future. Olajumoke Olatunji, CoreTV News, Lagos.
Yes, so watching CoreTV News at 4. We'll take another break now. Be back shortly with more stories outside Nigeria.
I've gone up naked. That's a sign of protest, saying that things are not good.
Women share the most amazing thoughts.
When it's close to the time, our people will protest naked.
On national issues.
That was their own point. That was an accident. That is different.
And they do it.
Politics is about being a servant.
Passionately.
Without a woman, there will be no success at all.
Sharing the adorable word of women.
There are some women who have what it takes.
In politics.
Margaret Thatcher, Iron Lady. When she's too soft, she's too soft.
Only on CoreTV News.
Outside Nigeria, the European Central Bank says it will maintain its emergency funding of Greek banks at the current level. The ECB said that it stood ready to review the decision on its emergency liquidity assistance and would work closely with the Bank of Greece. The current ceiling for emergency liquidity assistance agreed on Friday is at £63 billion. Economists say Sunday's decision by the ECB not to provide additional aid may result in Greek banks closing on Monday, pending the imposition of capital controls. Greece and its creditors had been locked in negotiations over a new bailout on Friday when the Greek government called it a surprise referendum for 5 July over whether to accept the terms it was being offered. It has described the international offer as not viable. And now Houthi forces have fired missiles at storage on the refinery, starting a large fire. Witnesses in the southern Yemen port city have told the Reuters news agency. Video footage show black smoke billowing over the facility in Aden's Buraka district on Saturday. Both the port and the refinery in Aden are controlled by pro-government fighters, and the area has been fierce clashes between rival forces. Meanwhile, government officials told the AFP news agency that the rebels also targeted a Qatari vessel carrying food supplies from Djibouti, a hub for Yemen-bound humanitarian aid, and that the attack forced it to turn back. The minority Houthis have been battling the Yemeni government for months, taking control of major cities, including the capital, Sana'a. And Kuwaiti authorities say they have identified a suicide bomber of a Shia mosque as a Saudi citizen. Kuwait's Interior Ministry said on Sunday that the suicide bomber who led an attack on Imam Sadiq Mosque in Al-Sawaba neighborhood that left 27 people dead was identified as a Saudi citizen. He says Fahid Sulaiman Abdul Mashin Al-Gaba entered Kuwait City on Friday morning, the same day of the attack, through Kuwait International Airport. The ministry confirmed on Sunday that authorities also have arrested the owner of the house where the suicide bomber was staying. Police say they were questioning a number of suspects with possible links to the bombing. And that's a wrap on CoreTV News at 4. Many thanks for watching. I am Frank Komalape. I'll see you.